Coming up now is our review of the small little film called Coffee Bloom.
Coffee Bloom, directed by Manu Warrior, is a Hindi film set in a coffee plantation in Coorg. The coffee estate in this film originally belonged to the family of a bachelor Bangalore boy called Devanand. This ancestral property had to be sold. It is now owned by a yuppie couple. The husband is an entrepreneur with no experience in the coffee business. The wife is an aspiring artist. After a lot of coaxing, the husband managed to hire Devanand to look after his coffee plantation. Now Dev and the wife go back many years. They used to be together once. This is something the husband doesn't know. Besides Arjun Mathur in the lead role, Coffee Bloom stars Sugandha Garg and Mohan Kapoor.
You know, Mayank, I've been always wondering why people haven't set more films in tea estates and coffee estates, because they lend themselves so cinematically. There's a certain ambience already created, a certain aura of steamy romance, all of that. I was hoping this film would be some of that. I enjoyed the dynamic between the lead actors. Arjun Mathur is actually a very likable guy. Sugandha, I remember from Jaane Tu Jaane Na, and you know, it's good to see her in a lead role. I thought she pulled off her role with quite a lot of aplomb and is really easy on the eye. Mohan Kapoor plays a garrulous, larger than life, over the top character, and he does it with aplomb. So I enjoyed that. And there was this wonderful performance by actress called Ishwari Bose Bhattacharya, who plays the keep of a rich man, and so she calls him Dhoni because he's a keeper. So all this notwithstanding, I think, you know, the film really is a slow, offbeat, meditative film at times. It's unevenly paced, but I have to say, at the end of it, I really did enjoy the film, and maybe I was just in the zone for, you know, after Dam Laga Ke Haisha, for small films that have a lot of heart.
Good for you, buddy. Like a slow, soft, meditative, offbeat. These are words, according to me, that are synonyms for pretentious. And that's what I thought this film was. I mean, there's very little in it in terms of plot to, you know, to keep you engaged. And there's very little in terms of nuances, that other word that we all hate, to keep you engaged in other ways also. So there is a coffee plantation. There are 3 characters. And you're absolutely right in suggesting that we should have more films in those few parts of India that are so beautiful and beautifully kept. One of them is a coffee plantation. The other is a tea estate, and so great, full marks for figuring out where to set your film. But how about figuring out exactly what the story should be too, because I was really bored by the end of it. There were too many silences in my head and in the film. You
know, Mayank, like I said, I was trying to support small cinema. It doesn't get much smaller than this. This was shot for about 1.5 crore in 22 days, you know, relatively unknown cast, all of that. It also has one of the key elements in the film that is that of a rogue elephant, which you never see. And there's actually a gun goes off. It's that wonderful line from Chekhov, who says that if in the first act you see a gun, rest assured in the third act the gun will go off. Right. And of course, exactly as per Chekhov, the great Russian master, right, that's exactly what happens, except you don't see it going off. You don't see the elephant. And I'm thinking, okay, you know, there's low budget and then there's no budget. And sometimes, you know, you have to be spend a little money and don't take your audience that much for granted.
Getting on to oh my god moments, Fahad, and I completely agree with you. I mean, it's not just a short film, it's also a very short film, and thank God for that. It's 90 minutes long. And what can you do but appreciate some performances? I thought Sugandha Garg was excellent in the film.
That's right.
She has a quality of not believing that there's a camera around her. Very few actors have that. Although that can't be said for the other one, who you liked, apparently, the one who plays the keep, because the keeper is called Dhoni. Because, you know, when you have such few characters, the least you can do is make sure that they're very interesting characters. And I was getting bugged every time I saw on the screen. So maybe it's not a poor performance, it's just a poor characterization. But yes, I agree with you. I mean, it's oh my god only for the fact that such a small film actually gets released in the theaters.
Well, obviously, I'm in the zone to support a lot of this small cinema, and I would suggest that if you want to see small relationship-driven films, by all means, go out and watch this in the theater. Otherwise, watch it on DVD or on television. It won't suffer as a result of that, but definitely give it a dekho.
Okay, Fahad, I agree with you. short, sweet, but according to me, very, very pretentious. But again, it's very hard for them to release a film like this in the first place, and who is going to support it if not the critics? But hey, going to the theatre is a bit much. TV pe dekho.